Priciliano Treviño, Executive Director for the Economic Development Corporation for the City of Hidalgo.
Otherwise known as JR.
JR, short for Priciliano.
JR, what has today been all about? Tell us what's been happening today.
Well, today we had a property tour for the City of Hidalgo. I mean, we hosted a lot of people, brokers, bankers, titles, companies, developers to come and look at the properties that are available here in Hidalgo, and it turned out to be very well.
The bonus was, although you made a presentation, you know, in an office or a boardroom, which was fascinating. We had all the aerial shots of the land you had available. I think the bonus was the tour on the trolley.
Yes, it was a great tour. We took everybody on a trolley tour on one of our historical trolleys, train trolley, all throughout our Hidalgo historic area. So it was really nice. Went to all the shops there, the 13 shops that we have. Didn't make it to all of them, but we visited a bunch of them, and they served a lot of good food.
Do you think that those boutique stores and businesses in your historic district and the historic district itself, could they be one of the Hidalgo County's great, secrets that really people just don't appreciate?
Oh yes, here you're going to find something here that's unique, that nowhere else in the valley that you can find, from Rio Grande, from Zapata all the way to Brownsville. Our little town has a unique history, has unique buildings and unique shops that you're not going to find. You feel like you're in San Antonio, Buda, in Greene and Fredericksburg, and Wimberley maybe. This is our Wimberley of South Texas.
And you'll know the idea I had years ago, which I shared with you, JR, that you have all those business folks that go to McAllen, they stay in the hotels, they go to the conventions at the convention center, and perhaps in their downtime they're at a loss because there's not much else to do there. Maybe a bus service, working with the chamber in McAllen and getting the visitors to come and see this unique historic district.
Yes, that's something definitely we can look into. I know you told me a while back ago, and it just dawned on me that we need to do something like that. And we're at a point where we're starting to go back into our tourism aspect of our city, trying to draw people, not just from the City of Hidalgo, from our 14,000 community members here. We're trying to draw people from McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville, Edinburgh, Rio Grande City, even all the way from San Antonio. So I think when people stay at the McAllen hotels, we can all work together and try to draw people to all our different towns, but especially here to Hidalgo.
And tell us, in your presentation today, you spoke about the arena that you have and how per capita, how well it was doing. It was one of the best attended arenas for music in the world, you were telling us.
Yes, right now it's ranked number 55 in the world for small size venues, as we are a small size 7,000 seat arena, and it's ranked number 55 in the world. Amazing. Down here in South Texas, next year we're celebrating our 20th anniversary for Paint Arena. Big things are coming for Paint Arena in 2023. So, I mean, just, hold on to your seats, because there's going to be a lot of beautiful, great concerts and great artists coming.
So you've got the history, you've got the historic district, which no one else has got, certainly in Hidalgo County, the former courthouse, county courthouse, the former jail, etc. You've got the music. Those are attractions. But also in your presentation today, you spoke a lot about economic development. You had a PowerPoint presentation which showed all the plots of land that you have available, and you're looking for investors.
Yes, we're looking definitely for investors. A lot of people are buying up the properties that we have here. They're creating subdivisions. There's a lot of people moving to Hidalgo from Florida and California. And the reason is we have the lowest property tax in probably in the Rio Grande Valley. We have the lowest school taxes in the. As a matter of fact, Valley View just went down on their taxes from 127 to 124. So, I mean, there's a lot of people buying up lots and buying up houses. We have this year alone, I think we have more than 600 to 700 lots that were built within just this year alone. So
remind us what the population figure was at the last census.
The last census it was around 10,000 people. This year, and you know how the census went. You know, we have 14,000 that were kind of a little bit over 14,000. I think we were really miscounted or represented our city. A lot of people didn't get counted, so I think our figure should be a lot higher than what it is, 14,000, but we did grow.
Yeah, and then one particular slide in your presentation, there was some land, I don't remember how many acres, but you were saying lots of warehouses on that one plot. Yes,
that's in one of our produce parks. We're there. It's already been approved. There's between warehouses by 5,000 to 10,000 square feet. There's going to be 80-something warehouses in just that particular area. So that's in one of our Tres Puentes industrial park.
What do you put the demand down to? Why are these investors, these warehouse manufacturers, or even those that are just building on spec? What's the draw?
Well, the draw is you know, I know the city of FAR did a lot of development in their South FAR area. They're running out of room, so people are coming to Hidalgo because we still have a lot of property. The good thing is that our mayor and our city council designated just certain areas for our industrial parks, and they want to develop 10th Street in front of Paint Arena, north of Paint Arena, into a nice, beautiful subdivisions and retail. Industrial needs to stay where the industrial needs to be, and I think that's where all these companies are coming. And whether it be cold storages, dry storages, transportation companies, that's all getting done here in Hidalgo.
So a lot more industrial development in this city.
Yes, a lot of industrial. We're looking for manufacturing facilities also. So the sky's the limit here in Hidalgo. So that's what's going on.
And that military highway, that's an overweight corridor. So you've got all that taken care of.
Overweight corridor, brand new road, 5-lane highway coming all the way from the FAR International Bridge, going to the Hidalgo International Bridge, and then going to Ansalduas. We're right smack in the middle, so it's something great for anybody in the industry to come and put their money in our development here in Hidalgo.
So we're not going to recognize Hidalgo in a few years.
No, we're not. We're finally trying to bring in our first Starbucks, or we're going to have a car wash over here by the Walmart, a great car wash, and we're bringing in a lot of retail strip centers and apartments. So Hidalgo's growing.
I've never asked you this, JR, but are you a local? Are you from Hidalgo?
Yes, I've been living here for 40 years.
40
years, yeah. I first started in a convenience store when I was 18 years old, got married at 19, and we've made our home here for 40 years already.
So this has always fascinated me, not being a local. Why do your key asset obviously is the bridge. I don't know how many tens of thousands of people cross on the Hidalgo Bridge, but so many of them will come across the bridge and they'll get on the bus and head to McAllen. Why do you think historically, you've got a La Plaza Mall in McAllen, why did the retail not happen here at the bridge?
Well, you got to understand, many years ago, all this was farmland, and it was owned by farmers. Farmers didn't want to sell their properties; they wanted to keep them as farmland, and that's why all the development went to McAllen. Hidalgo should have been as big as Laredo. It should have been as big as Brownsville because we're on the border. But that was the reason. I mean, farmers didn't want. There was big farmers here in Hidalgo. and that's the reason they didn't want to sell their properties. And now everybody's trying to unload those properties at a very decent price.
So there's time yet for all of that development.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of time for that development, and we're moving in the right direction.
Anything else you'd like to say, JR?
I just want to invite everybody to our great city, feel that hometown experience here in Hidalgo. The capital entertainment of the Rio Grande Valley is here in Hidalgo. Remember, next year, our 20th anniversary in Paint Arena, and it's going to explode next year here in Hidalgo. You're going to see a totally different Hidalgo. Come by and visit our Hidalgo historic area. It's a town that has a lot of history, a lot of little shops, kind of like a Wimberley of South Texas.
Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you.